What is going on, everyone? Commodore Lassie today, bringing to you guys my live reaction of that Haikyu manga chapter 363. Now, the chapter has been out for some time. Shout out to the Viz, of course, providing chapters week in and week out, because performing God's work as it should be. And guys, it has been a long day. By the time we're recording this right now, it's a little bit past midnight, but I said to myself, look, under normal circumstances, when I come back this late, I wouldn't bother reading the chapter. I would wait until the next day. Once I'm, I get regenerated, all my health comes back and stuff. I go from 1 HP to 100 HP. We're in there. But I got my second wind, and not to mention the fact that it's Labor Day weekend. So tomorrow tomorrow I'm going to be pretty much spending the day with family and such. So I'm trying to get as much of the videos as I can out of the way so I can enjoy the last bit of family time I have before, school comes back. My brothers are gone. I'm stuck with work and stuff. So, but I got to be here for this, man. Especially coming off what we saw last week, man. The greatest decoy, the boy Hinata, man. After all of the culminations and everything coming full circle, my boy already has his thing down. He's not trying to be no little giant. He's trying to be the very first greatest decoy. But before we even get into the chapter, there's two things I want to say real quickly. The first of which, I do know for a fact that next week's chapter, supposedly we're going to be getting the cover of Jump, as it should. Which is awesome to hear. But also the fact that apparently that chapter is supposed to be around 28 pages long. Now, I believe it's 4 or 6 pages less than what we got last year. I think for chapter 322. I think it was 322 or 323. I can't really remember. But it was the one with the whole Kenma stuff chapter. That greatness, that chapter I waited after I think it was the New York trip. I said I was going to wait like 2 weeks for, to read Haikyu, and then, I experienced some God tier stuff. But that chapter was like, 30 plus pages. So it's like basically a little bit less than that, but still. The fact that you're telling me we're going to get an issue of Jump with Haikyu on the cover, and like, when you tell me 28 pages, it's like, yo, because my man Fudadate Sensei is out here when it comes to the double spreads. I have no idea what is in store for that chapter, because I don't even know what's going to happen this week, man. But I want to be able to experience very soon. And then, of course, if you guys haven't seen, the other thing I want to say as well is if you haven't seen the discussion video I did in regards to Haikyu, I think it was I've done Haikyu discussions before, but nothing covering the manga, up-to-date stuff. If you guys want to see that video, of course, link in the description below. And, of course, somewhere up here and then at the end of the video should be a thing for that. But basically talking about my thoughts of why I basically believe that Kamomedai is pretty much the team that has to beat Karasuno to at least, hopefully let the story continue for years to come, that kind of thing. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Without further ado, let's get into this chapter. It's been a long day. I need to inject my veins with the volleyball greatness. So, Haikyu, chapter 363, here we go. All right. The greatest decoy. Oh, so this is the flashback stuff. What is this from? The first training camp? Or like early on? Because I remember looking back on one of the old panels and stuff when Hinata was talking to Nishinoya. He's like, I want to be, I'm trying to be decoy. And how he sounded all sad about it. And Nishinoya was trying to tell him, your role as a decoy is just as important as being the ace, being the captain, all that such. So, don't worry about it. But where's this from though, exactly? The greatest decoy. Oh, that sounds kind of lame. Even if you don't have the fancy ace label, you rack up the points in games. And that's why the other teams start marking you. What period is this though from? They pay attention to you, follow you, and that frees up our other hitters. Despite all that, do you still hate the part you play on this team? Do you still think it's boring and uncool? And I love, he's not saying it. It's like he's thinking of it because of little bubbles and stuff, but my head says, I don't. Well, it's gonna bug me right now. Where exactly this was from. I don't know if this is going back before Nationals when they were training with each other or a period before then. I don't know if it was from season 2, before the fights and stuff, from the whole Greed episode. It's gonna bug me, man. But I love this. Kageyama just tells him, do you still hate that part of being the decoy? He's like, In his mind, he's saying, I don't. But damn well, after pretty much saying he wants to be the greatest decoy, of course he has no problems with the I don't. Not anymore. Not at all. Look at the smile. Yo! The title of the chapter! Let me just say this out loud. Chapter 363. The Little Giant versus the Greatest Decoy. Yo, that's probably one of my favorite titles I think I've seen so far in the series. The Little Giant, the new successor that you see in Hoshiumi, and the first of his kind that is Hinata Shoyo, the greatest decoy. My boy, look at him. I can't win by myself. This is like way back in the past to the Shaw as well. Knowing that not just with your brain, but understanding if it's your core. But there are 6 of us out on that court. That makes all the difference. Then you can truly, fully embody it. Though to be honest, I don't think I'll ever think of myself as a decoy. Not ever in my whole life. So even let's say like he plays the position of a decoy, he'll never like think of himself or consider himself being like just a decoy. Because that's the thing. People will think of that, but he's a threat if you give him possession. If Kageyama toss the pass to him, and he has an open shot, you're gonna regret it. And you see Hirogami, even those two, he's like, yeah. You're still going on about that. Set 3, it's first time out for Kamomedai. I've been telling you that from the start, you dolts. The greatest decoy is the coolest nickname. Behind setter, that is. Bruh, setter ain't a nickname. It's like, about damn time. He saw straight through me, huh? Oh, anyways, Hoshimi-san, if you want the Little Giant nickname, you can have it. Look how pissed he is. Dude, quit acting like it's yours to hand out. Besides, it's been mine from the start. I can have it. But he's so agitated. This man wanted a whole battle just over that nickname, and then Hinata's like, yo, if you want to keep it, just take the name. I don't need it. I got my own name. And he's like, haha, he's laughing it off, and Hinata's just like, what is wrong with this dude? He's just sickle just like him. Wow, it's really unusual to see Korai laugh like that in the middle of a tournament game. Yeah. So, I mean, again, a match like this has been able to bring out different emotions out of people when you think that, they think a certain way once it's game time, but once you run into like a certain opponent, someone that you eventually realize is your rival afterwards, it brings out a side of you that you lay dormant inside, and eventually like pieces that are starting to come out. Like right now, hey, if it was some normal kid, another person, maybe Sakuza or something else, I'm certain he wouldn't be like doing this right now, but because it's Hinata, he's able to bring that out of him. You see my man Andy Murray looking on this whole game. I was thinking I was going to beat the pants off a player just like me and climb my way to the top where I stand alone as the only one. But he's not like me. We aren't limited to only one way of being great. Yo. I need this rivalry to prosper for years to come. Like, you have no idea. Like, I would give like a blood sacrifice if it goes to that length of requirement to ensure that I get the rivalry for years to come. So be it. And they've done it. Karasuno has finally caught up with Kamomedai, tying the score at 12 apiece. Jeez, Aone, don't start with me like that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say too. I saw in the comments for who said that, but Aone was so focused in the game, and it shows you how crazy of a talent Hinata is. Where he's not only able to fake the players that are in the game itself, but the people who are watching on TV. Like, he had Aone juking. He was like, yo, he's about to go this way. He swung the chair afterwards because he was trying to go the other way after. Like, it's, yo. Hinata, I think he has conquers hockey, man. It has to be a fact. Hinata truly does make a frightening decoy, Sugoshiki there. There's no position in any volleyball roster anywhere named decoy. It's no one player's job to do that, nothing else. It's the best hitters that make the best decoys. Just by the fact of their sheer existence. Even the stupidest blocker won't bother biting on a fake by a hitter who sucks at scoring. You still take Karasuno's number 10 way too lightly. No, I don't. I mean, he does though, but he's gonna regret that once the year 2 comes up and he has to go against Hinata. And you're gonna put that, he made that man respect him. We know what kind of hops number 10 has. Now he can pick his shots midair. He can even go toe to toe with blockers and win on high. Slow sets like 4s. Do you honestly think you could outscore him if you two went head to head? Look at the face of this. He's just getting so agitated where he's trying to make the crumply face and everything. And you see my boy Tendo. Oh, Kenjiro senpai is giving someone a lecture. Yeah, phew. There's the whistle. Kamomedai races for another nasty serve from Karasuno's Amazumane. I love Tendo. Even when he's like into the game, like he's still hearing what's going on in the background. He's like, yeah. All right, so Azumani comes in, smacks it right over. Even after a timeout, his accuracy and power are on point, so they're still able to get the receive. Korai! It goes for Hakuba going up. It's unfortunate, but we are looking for small yet skilled players like them. Coach Fuki. What we look for are the big and skilled players. But the thing is, man, I understand height isn't like a big thing you're gonna be looking at for players and stuff, but look, that isn't the case when you're watching players like Korai and freaking Hinata just putting on a clinic right now. These guys are probably among the most exciting players in the entire tournament that don't even need height to even showcase that. Their talent is clearly there, but I mean, Korai, it's like, of course, he's going to get his like chances to be in the national team, but with Hinata, it's like, what else does he have to do right now, man? To get Coach Fuki to say, like, you know, I'll give you a shot one day. Kamomedai sends an emergency set to the back row. It's going to Hoshiumi. No more than a double block against Hoshiumi ever. No more than a double block against Hoshiumi ever. We don't need to do him the favor of giving him a bigger target to play with. Limit his hitting lanes. Watch your timing. He could nail it in any direction without warning. And always will be aware of the possibility of a block out. Like, you just see, like, the space area that's, like, where everything is right now. He can go dead in the middle, goes to the corner where Daichi is. Hell, go over, like, Nishinoya. Like, there's just so many ways he can do that. And it just shows you, like, what kind of talent the Hoshiumi is. But in Japan, at least, when we train the big skilled players from our team, for our team, it isn't like the littler, exceptionally talented players like them just bow and step aside. He goes for a dump? Oh, no, wait, he goes for a little tap. Did he go over, though? Oh, he got him. Oh, I thought they were going to get the receive there. No. He just lets it off the top tip of his fingers. Like, he was going like for like a little, now I'm going to say alley-oop, but he's going for like a floater. And he just gets enough right over Kageyama, and just in a spot right there where Daichi's not able to go and get it. We don't look for them, but that doesn't matter. That is no deterrent to them. They come to us with solid, undeniable strength, and they make us choose them. I mean, that's the thing. If they're scouts and they're trying to watch these games, they're not going to be looking out for you. You got to make that impression to them to say, yo, you got to be pay attention to me. Hoshiumi's doing that right now, but I need Hinata to do the same thing so I can get that invite as well. Because that's all I need right here, man. Like, I just need Fuki to put some respect on my boy. But that's going to require Hinata to go in. Even more than what we've seen so far in the tournament. Right there. Hoshiumi says, dropping the ball neatly into the one open spot with pinpoint precision. Yeah, he's Yamamoto over there. Goodness. Is Hoshiumi-kun capable of hovering in midair for a moment or something? 13-12. Court side switch. Oh, yeah, switching over because, like, for the final set. I've always thought that on my way to the top, I had to go through every opponent in my way, no matter how good they were. But, you know, today I feel a little different. Today, I want to beat them. Listen, I got money on this, man. I need you to win. For the sake of my wallet, I need you to win. You see Hiragami too. He's feeling the hockey right now from my man's. You know, you look kind of disturbing when you're having this much fun, Korai-kun. Hey, how about you and me step outside a second, huh? He's about to throw hands. Sorry, not right now. I have to serve. He's gonna take him after the game, just throw hands. Okay, so Beisho's coming in, Kanabayashi's coming out, and Hiragami's coming in for the serve, and then afterwards it'll switch over to Hakuba, and so forth. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, our star is on a roll. Bow your heads and make way. And it goes right over. Daichi makes the receive, sends it right up. Good pass. Goes right back up. Here it comes. The fast one. Hinata gets ready to jump. Takes flight. But he does. It's a weird. He stops, goes up, and he jolts to the other way. Is he going to be able to get Hakuba to follow through, or he won't be able to get there in time? Bro, Furuda's gotta stop this nonsense, man. Yo, I know I keep forgetting the man is the greatest decoy of all time now, man. He's able to do all these things, trying to gain his attention and stuff. I'm telling you, they're gonna keep waiting and waiting to keep thinking it's gonna go the other way, and then when it actually goes to Hinata, he's gonna make him pay afterwards. But sends it right over to Tanaka. And I don't know if Hinata was actually like anticipating the hit itself, but you can clearly see, like, from Hinata's point of view, he's like, wait, I thought that was going straight to me. Hold on. Kageyama just like laughing away at it. Clean. The best blocking team in the nation. And I got a totally free shot. And Tanaka comes in, absolutely smashes it. It goes right off the hands of Korai, and it goes right out. So that's his point. Good stuff there. And Tanaka going in with the celebration. Like, woo! And you see Volk still too doing it up too. He's like, what? Wow. Now that, yo, Oshio feeling the face. Yo, the anger is inside. He's ready, yo. Wow, now that's something you don't see every day. Kamomedai's blockers were completely bamboozled. You see one side of Hinata over there smiling happy, and the other one's agitated beyond belief. You see Tendo. Whoa! Now that's what I'm talking about. Nothing wrong with jumping where instinct takes you. That's the fun part. And there's a diagonal jump. Now Shoyo's just messing with them. The way he switches up his tempo like that drives me nuts. I mean, because Kuro had to be facing up against Hinata doing that kind of stuff, man. You see the Mias right there, and then my boy Kita. Bah! I bet you Kamomedai's blockers' heads are spinning like tops right now. Somebody sure is pleased. Man, Tobio-kun is so lucky. Using Shoyo like that to make their blockers dance to his tune. He's got to be having a blast. So, I mean, look at the smirk on his face, though. I mean, he's having a ball right now. It wouldn't surprise me now because the fact that with Oikawa and I'm moving on to, like, college and stuff, again, the setter position is going to be open. Well, no, I mean, Atsumu might still have a shot at it, but at the same time, the further that Kageyama, I mean, again, even though he got further than Inarizaki and stuff, right, you would have to assume Atsumu would still get the position in the national team, but I'm still thinking, though, Kageyama will actually give him a run for his money, at least in his second year, depending on how Coach Fuki wants to see it. But my man's out here smiling and ready to go into his tune. You see Aone watching on and stuff. Yes, technically we were rooting for Karasuno to win this game, but as a blocking team, it's difficult not to feel for their blockers after that one. I mean, because they've been on the receiving end of something like that similar. 13-13. Karasuno's number 10 just rotated into the back row. Tsukishima is coming in right now, and Nishinoya is coming out afterwards. And Hinata is getting ready to serve. Come on, Tsukishima. No falling apart out there yet, okay? I know you've done a lot today, but hang in there. I'll start warming up just in case. Hey, no running away. Yo, the agitated face. I'm exhausted. My legs are killing me. And it just seems so very, very dumb to take intangible things like focus and stamina, and try to assign points to them, turn them into contests, is stupid. But I refuse to let Hinata one-up me. Don't tell me it's gonna be his chapter. Oh, come on. I mean, you know what? I understand. But no, but he got Moon's Halo. And then I know Karma got the thing. And oh my god. Unless we get a masterclass between the two of them or something. Or at least, if it's Spear and Shield with him and Yamaguchi afterwards. But then I don't know if Yamaguchi can come back in because I forget if he already got subbed in and out of the games. It's again, it's nighttime and stuff. So my mind's a little hazy. But it's gonna bug me now because that means that that chapter that's being being hinted for next week. It's gonna be like Moon's Halo Part 2 or something, man. If the chapter ends off right here with Tsukki right now saying, "Yo, I ain't gonna let Hinata one up me," and that's gonna open up the possibility of having like 3 players from Karasuno within their first year trying to make some kind of like they're trying to gain as much attention as possible. In terms of getting Fuki to recognize them and say, "Hey, man, we out here." But he's not gonna. Damn it! We're really about to get Moon's Halo 2. I'm not upset about it because you know what, Suki's he's earned my respect and he's become such an amazing character, man, over the course of time of this series. A guy I used to despise and stuff back in the day, and now like he's just had such an amazing 180 with his character. But oh man. But at the same time too, I'm hoping that the points start to surge up too, because it's been like slowly like going up by one and stuff over the last few weeks. But I'm assuming with a 28-page chapter, you have to think it's gonna start jolting up. If that's not the case, then we're getting like a Moon's Halo 2. But like, it would have to be something bonkers though. That would have to go down next week to see like, you know, how Tsukki's gonna kind of react to it and stuff. But this was a great chapter. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one maybe around like an 8.5 out of 10 this week. And I think it's still really good. Like again, we're gonna see like more from, you know, Hinata and like, you know, Hoshiumi's like side, you know, their sides and how they're, you know, handling things now. You know, one of course, you know, wants to be the next little giant. The other one already established himself as the first ever greatest decoy. God again was having a ball out there, and again, Fuki watching everything that's going on. I do hope though Hinata is able to do enough in this game to kind of get like, you know, some form of attention, or at least Coach Fuki to say, I recognize you, and keep your head up, because the chance comes to you get the invite for the national team. Be prepared. But with Tsukki getting ready right now, that's gonna make things so difficult. Because he has the height and he has the raw potential to be one of the nastiest middle blockers in the entire country. Like, oh man. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Tell me, what do you think we're getting next week? With this big 28-page chapter, do you think we're getting Moon's Halo 2? If you think we're getting that, let me know down in the comments. If you think it's something else, and that this feels like, you know, Furodate Sensei's kind of leaning towards, like, you know, making us think we're going to one direction and switches it up. Let me know if you have some, you know, something else that comes to mind. Like the video if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of the Haikyu manga week in, week out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell, Shandora, to stay up to date with everything that goes on the channel. And again, if you missed the discussion I did last week in regards to, you know, talking about the manga for Haikyu and, you know, why I think Kamomedai has to win this matchup for the, you know, sake of the future of the story, go and watch that if you haven't already. And with that being said, hopefully I'm going to be home a little bit earlier next week to be able to get ready for this chapter. We got the cover of Jump, 28 pages, chapter 364 of the best ongoing sports series to date, man. That Haikyu hype. So, Commodore last signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going crazy.